Hello, welcome back, everybody. We finished our break, came down from our Sith therapy, and now we are back to doing some more dark side shenanigans with the group here. So, where we left off, the group just had a conversation with Dark Knight Rhea, who is their, I guess, dark side mystic is kind of how I would describe it at this point.
Dark Side Senpai.
That one.
Mommy?
Yeah, true.
Dark mommy.
Dark side
Dark
mommy.
mommy.
Whatever
Hey, yo.
works. Whatever works. But we're back now, and as we get back to this kind of like you guys are have just finished this talk with Dark Knight Rhea. Kiyal, your data pad starts blinking. And
okay.
You have a match.
I'll answer it.
you have a message. And
You have a
Oh,
The
man.
Jedi
Dude,
swiped
I
right
can't
on
wait
you.
to small talk for a day and then get ghosted. Yeah.
Well, it looks like you found a match. But it's a message from Ensign Solomar, who says that the prisoner is in the hold, is currently being guarded, and has awoken and is ready to be interrogated or be questioned, depending on however you want to do that.
Is this like shortly after we leave the
This is like it's
the
it's like it's a
therapy?
couple minutes. You guys have taken your time to digest what's been said to you by the Dark Knight Rhea, and you kind of walk out and you get this message that very conveniently timed that it's like time that the prisoner is ready to be talked with.
Well, it seems that I'll be making my way down to the holding cells. Anyone care to join me?
Of course.
Talron will just fall into lockstep behind Kiyal. Not really saying anything, but
Yeah, same.
clearly heading down there.
Yep, I'll just follow with the party.
Now, Kiyal, what's the strategy going into this?
Well, as I understand it, Jedi are trained to resist Imperial mind probes, so we'll probably have to do this the old-fashioned way with some good old-fashioned pain.
I would
like
like to
Walt.
offer some input on strategy.
Oh, go for it, HK.
Given the unconsciousness, this Jedi likely does not know the fate of a young Padawan.
That's very true.
I have observed inorganic sentiment can often get in the way of good decision making.
I
And
think
you
that is
know-
a very smart angle.
A woman's sense. Maybe I could appeal to that. Confused
Girls
by
in
how
a
do you-
Vader's world, right?
the good cop, bad cop. I've seen it in some movies.
Are you implying that you would be the good interrogator?
I mean, you said it. I didn't say it. But,
Okay.
I'll help. I won't
Recall, we
interfere.
have to leave the Jedi in functioning order.
Well, we have to leave her alive
Mm-hmm.
and able to be interrogated by the Grand Admiral. So at least partially, at least mostly functioning, unfortunately.
So she still needs to keep her tongue. Did
Yeah,
they
tongue's
say anything about
important.
mobility?
More inventory management.
No, we can throw those away. The limbs she doesn't need. But the tongue must remain. And head. Preferably.
Gonna end up Futurama style.
Rain in a vat.
Waltz, I'll be honest, you've been mostly a disappointment to have amongst us. But I did notice a certain pull through the Force on the young Padawan. Perhaps you could make yourself useful when the time is
Most-
right.
Most certainly, my esteemed Kiki.
I already regret
would
asking
they
for your
call
help.
you Kiki?
Do you
I like
love
that.
He all just rolls his eyes and keeps walking.
This name proves an interesting stimulus. I'm saving it to my memory bank.
Oh, God.
Question for the DM.
Okay, what's up?
Would we from where we are in the ship to
Mhm.
get to wherever we need to go?
The hold.
What rooms would we pass?
The hold, like the prison hold, is on this floor.
Okay, so we wouldn't go back to the meeting room.
You would go
Okay.
to the hangar where you came in, like from the ships at the
Sure.
start, and then like past a couple of the ties and stuff, and like there's like a small area where the
Sounds
prisoners are held.
Okay.
That's what
below
we'll do.
decks.
I'll blast her with a TIE fighter. Perfect. It's on the way. It's genius.
Mm-mm.
So you are gonna head to the hold. I mean, you know where it is. It's
yeah.
not difficult.
Yeah.
So you kind of just like walk past. All of you walk through the hangar. Like there's some people. There's some techs working on some of the ships, and like there's a couple of TIE fighters there. And you eventually make it to this like small area through like this door and a couple of hallways, and then there is this person kind of just like I wouldn't say a concierge, but like imagine that like the warden or whoever would just like be sitting there, like, you know, the security guard, I guess, who's just like watching the insides of all the cells. And as you like approach them, they look up and they're just like, oh, can I help you?
Step aside.
We are here to interrogate the prisoner.
Oh, the Jedi, right?
Yes.
That one. Okay.
I trust she's been properly restrained.
Yeah, as best we could when she was unconscious, and she hasn't gotten out yet. So, there are 8 stormtroopers standing guard in front of her cell. But I can call them
Excellent.
off if you would like, or
Keep them there. We'd just be bringing them back once we're done with our interrogation, anyways.
Excellent. Okay, well, I'll go ahead and let you in, and like they tap a few buttons on their console, and this like door next to them just like opens up, and like through there are like all of the cells, and you can see there's this one cell with like one of those like, you know, in Star Wars, like the phase projection kind of doors where you can like see
Oh, the
through
ray
it.
shields.
Sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And there's a bunch of stormtroopers standing next to one in particular at the like far end of the
Yeah,
of the hallway.
that sounds about right.
And they all like, as you like approach, all of them like stand at attention, and one of them, I guess Kiyal is the one who's walking first at this point.
Are the rest of the cells full with prisoners?
They're empty.
Okay.
You haven't. This is where your trophy collection is. You haven't unlocked as many yet.
But there's just like ghostly phantasms
Yeah.
of like humanoid shapes in there.
Yeah.
But we get to get,
That
like,
will
You
unlock
have
later
not
in the
unlocked this
campaign.
trophy yet.
Fair enough.
gotta collect more studs, man.
Yeah, I was about to say it's straight up like a Star Wars. We gotta make sure that we 100% all these missions.
So you get to the stormtroopers, and the like one who has like the, you know how the commander usually has like the orange patch on the shoulder,
Mhm.
got the
turns around and
pauldron.
says, "Sir, we have successfully restrained the Jedi, and she has not given up too much of a. She has not given us too much of a fight. We're waiting for any further orders from you or from the captain."
No further orders at this time except to let us in to begin our interrogation.
Understood,
Make
sir.
sure
Would
she-
you like us to stay here or give you some privacy?
Yes, stay outside the cell, but within range should anything occur. You are not to. She is not to be left alone. Triple guard is to be maintained until the Grand Admiral can come aboard and interrogate her himself.
Understood, sir. And he like motions to another stormtrooper who taps a few times on the whatchamacallit,
Keypad.
the side, yeah, the keypad, and
Sure.
the shield light just goes whoop, and you can enter the cell.
I walk
HK
in.
takes note of the input on the keypad.
Ooh.
Make a perception check
Interesting.
for me with 3 difficulty.
Boom. Can I use a destiny point on this to get a boost to you guys?
Sure.
Hell yeah, go for it.
This is perception, yeah?
This is a perception, yes.
Pog. Right, hopefully this rolls properly.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Nice.
Okay, yep. You absolutely smash this. You have access to the code, and you also,
Oh yeah. Damn, there you go.
yeah, you're good. yeah, you basically now have access to the code, and because you already are somewhat familiar about the ship's kind of working, this password seems like it's, or this code rather that they're using, seems like it's probably used on other things, not just here. So.
Oh. Hey yo.
HK's unlocked a quest item.
So you all like file in, and again,
It's a single person cell, yeah.
it's like a single.
So
person.
like,
Just crammed in.
so if
I mean, it's like
all of us.
You all can like be in there with like relative like comfort. It's not like you
Yeah,
know,
I imagine it's like one of the like interrogation chambers
Yeah,
from like
it's not like a
Rebels, where it's like
cramped cell.
one prisoner that's like tied
Yeah.
up in the middle, and then like
Sure.
there's plenty
Yeah.
of space around.
I'll,
It's
I'll
not
stand
like a-
beside the on the inside of it, but I will stand beside the door or beside the gate,
Okay.
the cell wall, just kind of on the outskirts to make sure no one can bolt past.
So as you all head in, the like shield door kind of like closes behind you as you're all inside, and the Jedi kind of like is a bit drowsy and already has like a couple of bruises and batters on them.
Just
and
from how
it's-
they were handled.
Yeah, and it's like looking around, and all you see is just like pure hatred towards all of you. And she says, what do you want? Just kill me already.
And Kiyal just walks like right up to her and just like looks her dead in the eye for a moment. Doesn't say anything for a second.
What are you gonna kiss her, Kiyal? Ask her a question.
Well, first, I think it's important that we make sure everyone's on the same page, right? Understand this, Salazan, if I'm getting your name right.
It's Sella and then like the space.
Sella. Okay, so Sella's like her first name.
Yeah, and Zahn is her last name.
Okay.
But yeah, you got it right.
Let's make sure we understand each other. You've lost. You've lost control. And that means that 3 things are guaranteed to happen. You're going to die. It's going to be painful. And before you die, you're going to tell us everything we want to know. The only thing you have control of at this point is how quickly and how painfully you end up dying. Do you understand me? Master Zahn?
What's an intimidation check? Because
I think it's coercion.
coercion, yeah, roll a coercion.
Can I help by adding on to it, or should we do
Sure.
separate rolls?
No, go ahead, and if you want to add anything, you can help him.
And it feels like Kiyal was a bit excessive and kind of pops her head up like over his shoulder. Well, you know the fate of your life, and you control the fate of your life, but also of one other small, young life. And just pauses there.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a coercion check. Add yourself a blue dice because of the help coming from Mara, and this is against 3 purple.
3 purple. Are we okay with me using the density point here?
Go for
density.
it.
Hey, you
Density.
get dense, bro. You get dense.
Oh, thick city point.
Get dense, thick,
So-
tight, and
So
solid.
destiny point upgrades the check by 1, right?
Yes.
Cool.
So you get an upgrade and the blue dice. I think I fucked that up a bit earlier, but
coercion. Ooh.
Ooh.
Bro, I
Hey.
have this Jedi's fucking number.
okay. I mean, how do you want to fucking use the?
The triumph.
Yeah, how do you want to use the triumph? Because you can.
I'd like to imagine she just starts crying a little bit.
She just. Okay.
I don't know what else I would use the triumph for.
I
in
mean,
this
okay,
situation.
I mean, you do take 2 disadvantage, or 2.
2 threat.
Yeah.
Sure.
Hold on, let me check something really quick, and then I will be right with you because I need to.
So we're at 4 and 3 right now.
Oh
for
yeah,
Destiny
Paul. Can you
points.
also hit me with your
Use light side?
use light side?
Oh, did I not do that?
Flip a point, baby.
Yeah, flip me that
Flip.
point. Okay, so you like, I mean, since because you've gotten the triumph here, it's like there's a part of you that does feel very slightly that like what you're doing is a bit excessive for what you're trying to accomplish. So take 2 strain, I'll say.
Okay, I'm fine with that. We didn't heal strain from last encounter,
No, you
correct?
didn't. Okay. But you succeed and you've broken her like significant. Like you can see just like essentially all of the defiance that was in like that she had when she was like in this that she was in like when you guys walked in is like gone, and like you can see just like tears start to fall, and she just like starts sobbing, and she's just like, I was just trying to protect the children. My life wasn't worth anything. I need to get them to safety.
Mathematics. Your mission is only 50% failed.
Or 50% success, right? Glass half full, AHK or K7. Yeah. Well, you can still save one of them. You just gotta help us.
She like takes a deep breath. She's like, okay, what? You realize I can't tell you everything.
Let's
Why?
start with the lightsaber facility. We know that you have some sort of manufacturing facility. Give us all the details that you are capable of divulging.
I don't know about the facility or where it is. We were given instructions on a place to find someone who is going to bring us to the factory. It wasn't giving us directions on where to go exactly. It was a rendezvous point.
This rendezvous point, who were you supposed to be meeting there?
We have no idea. The name I don't remember.
Is there a way to inside check that in this game?
Can.
How do we...
I think insight check
Reroll.
is. Let me look at the. Oh, I just had it.
How insightful are you feeling?
Yeah. How? What's your insight?
How dexterous are you?
Probably perception or negotiation?
It might be skullduggery. I always forget how skullduggery works.
No one knows how skullduggery works.
Lord.
a fun
I'm trying to
word.
look to see.
No, it
what
might not be that
exactly.
actually.
Okay, roll a perception because that's what we've been doing this entire time. But I do know the other thing, so
Against what, 2 or 3?
against two purples.
Okay.
Success. Okay. She's not telling you everything.
K7, can you get me my... You can tell by the She-Mane's lightsaber.
What, her own lightsaber? Or the
I just, like, get her a weapon,
Oh.
basically.
K7 just, I suppose, takes Mara's lightsaber from behind Mara and offers it to her.
It's like, oh.
And she was right-handed from what we remember in battle.
I'll say because you triumphed earlier. Yeah, she was right-handed.
Okay. She's gonna cut off her left hand.
Okay, roll me.
Love it.
roll me. Just roll me an attack roll because we need to see if you
So I go to combat and
Against,
just
like,
roll a lightsaber.
against a singular purple because she's literally restrained and like there's.
Yeah.
I mean, you did two purple
It's
anyway. It still
fun.
works.
Oh.
You basically like you like walk up and like you see the fear in her eyes, and you just fucking, and the hand just falls to the floor like Attack of the Clones, and she's just like she just screams out in pain.
And I start shushing her, and I'm like, no lying in the court of law. And if you don't start telling the truth, I'll take your good hand.
Okay,
Mara,
okay.
I wanted to do that.
Okay.
You'll have the other hand. Sorry.
Okay, his their name I don't know. Their name was the Arbiter. Okay, they were called the Arbiter. That's all we know.
What is that? It's an arbiter.
I have
Halo
no idea.
crossover.
I have no idea.
Is she actually having no idea? Is this another?
This is
Daddy.
truthful. This like you cut off her hand, so like now it's like, yeah. She
Picks up her hand, gives it to, doesn't know what to do, so gives it to Kiyal. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
He does not take it. He just leaves it there. It's fucking gross.
She doesn't know what to do. Gives it to K7.
Kiel just turns his attention back to Sella. Where did you learn of this information? And don't lie again.
We received a message from someone. They told us that they were recreating the Jedi movement in the Outer Rim, and they wanted us to bring up arms against the Empire after what happened to you all on the Death Star.
K7 is curling the hand
At this point,
slowly into a pointing finger.
Looking at you.
when she mentions the Death Star, Kiel is just gonna like jab her in the rib cage.
Okay, she's gonna like kind of try to fold over, but in those chairs, it's not really possible.
Kiel's not super strong, so he doesn't. It's not like it's like a. Who sent the message?
We only know it was someone with the designation of the Arbiter. That's it. I swear
The Arbiter
that's all I know.
contacted you and told.
They sent out the
told you to
signal,
meet
and
them.
They sent out the signal. We were given that. That's all I know about it, and we were given some coordinates on our ship to go to another ship that would be the rendezvous point.
Ship was to be the rendezvous point.
Yes, somewhere in the Outer Rim. We were supposed to go.
Do you know what class of ship? What designation?
She's like starting to like.
Give me something useful.
I don't remember. The schematics were and everything was in the ship I was in. I swear.
At this point, Kiel just he backs off a little bit.
Why do you have Padawans with you? I guess why did you have Padawans with you? Sorry.
I found them on some planet and they were, I could tell they were force sensitive, and it was a planet that you bastards in the Empire destroyed and tore apart with your imperialistic ways. And
K7 points the hand that is hers, but it's now being falls into a point. You are endangering the life of your charge.
Just gonna blinks at K7. She called me a bastard. Sees how K7 reacts.
You're all bastards. You all. You think.
K7 gives a full metallic backhand when she says bastard.
Damn right.
She's starting to like unravel here, and she says, like, you think that you can
Kiel's
win.
gonna grab her face and say, "Stay focused. Do you know of any other Jedi?" He's just like gripping her like her chin, just like this.
She's just shaking her head no.
Does it
What
look
is it?
like
Perception for insight? I don't
Yeah.
believe that shit.
yeah, while that's going through, does it look like the Jedi is starting to reach the limit of useful information?
I don't even know what you would like roll for that.
What difficulty?
Oh, this is a 2. And I'm gonna also, you know what? Hold on. I want to use a point.
Yeah, go for it.
Ooh, you're gonna upgrade the difficulty on mine, or
Yeah, upgrade the difficulty on yours.
Just a heads up, Kenobi.
So a
You do
purple and a
have
red?
Kenobi. You do have disadvantage, and that was redeemed earlier.
Yeah, but I
that
don't.
is true. But the
Specifically
Jedi's not
about
rolling
Just
anything
letting you
right
know,
now.
it was specifically mentioned about the Jedi information.
My guy, that is the people's
The
people's
lawyers are
sick.
here.
The people simp.
Up. I'm gonna use my
You
inspiration
do
that
have
we got
one.
at the very top of the show.
Yep, you do have one.
Please don't be a despair.
You have another one because you were
I do?
redeemed one, I believe.
Okay.
Let's go sand.
I'm gonna use it again. Yeah!
Okay,
Let's go.
fine.
There
Okay.
Well
we
done.
go.
Well done.
Only cost me 2 inspiration.
All right. Okay. So she's. Here's the thing. She's like half telling the truth, where she doesn't know technically any other Jedi, but she's aware that there were probably other Jedi who heard that call.
Okay.
Observation. If a rendezvous coordinates point to a ship, it is time-sensitive information.
Very good
You-
point, K7.
You can't.
You may call me HK77.
He just gives him a look like, no, really?
She starts talking. She says, you won't be able to win. You think that there was the Death
you
Star.
thought you could protect your Padawans, and look how that turned out.
She like grits her teeth and she says, and how many died on the Death Star? How many?
Kiyal's gonna straight up, he's gonna whip his lightsaber out and cut off her other hand.
Yeah! Now we're even.
She like
He's
just
also,
starts,
he's not gonna look at her again either.
She starts
He's just
wailing
gonna
in
like
pain.
he's gonna turn the lightsaber off, punch the wall once on his way out, and storm out.
she starts laughing a bit and she's like, I guess I touched a nerve.
You have
Kill
upset
me.
Kiki.
Kill me. You know that's what you've wanted from the start. I've given you every bit of information that you wanted.
Okay, listen, Stumpy. What planet did you find the little kids at? The Padawan.
Fuck me.
I can't believe you called her.
That's fucking amazing.
Hold on, let me check because I know it's in here somewhere.
Roll for stumpiness.
Zero for Stump.
Jeez.
Oh, okay, I remember. They were on this planet named wait, did I make sure? Let me make sure I have the right planet name. Ah, okay. They were on why can I not fucking remember what it was? Sorry.
Okay.
Where were the Balmorans at?
Tatooine.
Tatooine.
It's the only planet I know.
Right.
That's the one
They were
I
on
know.
Alderaan? Question mark.
Oh, okay, that's what it. I found them on what was remaining of Lothal.
Will that strike any information to our characters?
Yeah. Is there a history check? There should be actually. I do know.
Kiyal's not there.
Yeah.
There would be like knowledge.
Yeah.
It'd be knowledge outer rim. Or
It
Yes.
probably it would be knowledge outer rim, or there's also straight up like lore.
Yeah.
I think
hit
it's
me with
also a
There is
famous
also lore.
problem planet for
hit me. Yeah. Hit me
Imperials.
with a knowledge outer rim check if
Okay.
you would like, and this
Difficulty of?
is difficulty of 2.
to Outer Rim.
I don't know if I have this.
Okay.
I have Core Worlds. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I know things.
I know things.
Oh, dang, Waltz.
So everyone besides Mara knows that this was a Lothal is a very like they said, a problem planet for the Empire, and it was where a lot of rebellion activity happened before the Death Star, and that's the last known location of where Grand Admiral Thrawn was in that battle of Lothal, which is a name that people would know if they are familiar with the Empire, which you guys probably are at this point. And the fact that there are kids that were still there and they're Force sensitive feels like a problem. Too bit of you.
Oh.
This would have been something handled by upper echelon Empire, right?
Yeah.
And Lothal was also kind of the what caused our precursor organization to get disbanded.
Yeah, a little bit. That's where, the Inquisitors didn't do too hot over there.
With that information, Talaran is going to walk out the room and gesture to one of the stormtroopers. Get the medical droids, stabilize the patient, and make sure they don't try and engage in self-subterfuge. Make sure they can't bite their own tongue or otherwise maim themselves to prevent themselves from being interrogated any further. Dismissed.
Yes, sir. And they, you see him, like, kind of, like, put his hand to his helmet and, like, start talking to, like, some medical professionals, then, and start ringing them. I assume the rest of you are still in the interrogation room?
Yeah.
Okay. Just...
He all just fucked off.
Just a quick aside, Talaran, once she finishes that command, wants to head down to the Jedi ship as they're finishing up what they're discussing.
You probably like come across Talaran at that point, or Kiyal rather.
Kiyal would have just gone back to his quarters.
Oh, you're okay. Kiyal's like super.
Summon a Death Star cry.
Yeah, he angsty.
He
He's doing his
okay.
angsty.
But the rest of so we'll do the Jedi ship, but the rest of you are still in the cell with her, and she's just like she's like in and out of consciousnness right now. You have
Kinda
like
knocking on her head. Hey, was there more? Hey, wake up! Hey! Stay alive! Or I'm killing the other one. Is there other Padawan? That's kind of weird that there's Force sensitive kids on Lothal.
Those were the only two that I found. They talked about potentially some other kids that they knew, but they didn't know where they were, and time was a sensitive issue. By now they've probably gone. It's been 4 or 5 years.
Question, DM.
Yeah.
Can I assist with a force power?
What do you mean?
Like, could I... How to say this? Would it be, able to assist Mara using her words, but, like, influence the Jedi through the Force to, like, feel a thing? But not because of me, but because of her, if that makes sense.
You want to like make it so that it feels like it's coming from Mara.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
That'll work.
You can do 2 things here. You can roll me a Force die,
Uh-huh.
or you can flip me a Destiny point and I'll just allow it.
We got 30 minutes left. I think
So it's true. It's less that. So this would just be for this specific force power to come from, or to feel like it's coming from Mara, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, but not the actual like ability.
Yes.
Okay. Then I will do that as long as everybody's
Yep.
cool with that.
Flip them
Go for
points.
it. Make plays.
Go
Make
for it.
plays.
All right. How does, what do I do again?
Use light point.
You hit
Use light
point.
side.
Yeah.
Okay. So we do that, and
Okay.
now
So
ideally,
So
this
now
comes from Mara, or
Yeah.
feels like it does.
it feels like it's coming from Mara. So what do you want to do now that it's coming from Mara?
I want like the words that Mara just said, like that those like kind of coercive words.
How coercive are you feeling right now?
Pretty coercive. Like I want to use the force, like ideally, at least in my mind's eye, like Waltz is like locked eyes with Salazan. Hopefully I'm saying the name right. Like quick like flash of red in like the iris, and like there's just like a flood of like burnt electrical like sooty goodness fills the Jedi's nose. And like I really want her to be like feel coerced and like give in to what Lemon's character is saying.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a force die.
Righty. Hopefully I do this right. One force die.
Yeah,
Let me
one force
retweet.
die.
One force die. And then this.
Okay. So because you roll the dark side, I'm going to let you can do it. So
Okay.
as like this is and as like Mara is asking this question, like it's the Jedi feels like this weird like sensation in them as you're like making Mara's words more coercive, feeling very coercive right now. And she seems like she's very close to like falling unconscious, but you've got like one or two more questions in her that she'll probably just give you at this point.
Hey, Seven, are we missing anything?
Who supplied the ship?
That one. Who supplied the ship? It says it more sternly.
I robbed it.
You stole the ship?
I stole the ship.
From who?
Some person on some planet, some harbor. Mine wouldn't work. It was a do or die situation. We were being chased by the Empire, and I just had to find a ship to get us off the planet, and that was the one.
Inquiry. As an organic, you show some age. Where were you stationed during the Clone Wars?
You can't just say that to a woman, Kate.
She's gonna spit in the direction of K7 first off, and she said,
K7 wipes it off with her finger.
she said, I was on Coruscant, you blasted droid. Before
Okay.
you and the rest of... I know what you really are.
She's like now, like almost nose to nose, like very close. And she grabs like the two wrists and just starts squeezing enough where the, blood is now piercing through the probably burnt off part.
The cauterized? Yeah, okay.
And she just is going to keep squeezing and not blinking and losing eye contact and smiling until she loses consciousness.
Yeah, she's just fucking like after like 5 minutes, or 5 minutes, not 5 minutes, like after like a couple seconds, she's just gone. And the like as you like pull back, you just start the medical team arrives, and they just like start like trying to just like work on her.
We did do a number.
One of them tries to grab the hand from HK77.
HK, he kind of hangs onto it for a second before letting go of it.
Okay, and they just like, start to they start to just
possessively.
like do medical things. I don't know how to describe how they would fix this, but stabilizing her, I guess, and she's unconscious again.
Oh, K7, stimulus check. And just kind of whispers to him and just points her, sets her heel up in front of her and points to her outfit that's covered in blood at this point. Vader said that I should be clean. And then just like sees out the medical and just doesn't really know what that means. Vader says that this wouldn't like all this blood on me.
Lord Vader was quite specific. His representatives are to be perfectly aesthetic, at all times.
Aesthetic.
These two are gonna drop Lord Vader against the wrong person, and we are gonna be in such deep shit.
So are you asking them to like clean off the blood?
Yeah, I'm asking them to clean the blood off of me.
Or heavily implying that they should on Lord
Yes.
Vader pains.
Yeah, do a that's a coercion check, but this is like one that you probably get an upgrade on because Lord Vader name drop is pretty good.
I have also helped.
Oh, and it helps. So you get a boost die and an upgrade. So
Is it a 2 difficulty?
against
or
2
3?
difficulty, yeah, 2 difficulty. They're fucking
Okay.
medical professionals. They don't. Oh yeah, okay, that's a success. So
What? All that for what?
Barely.
one of them like comes.
What
One
it
of them's
is.
like, oh shit, okay, and like gets out like a wet nap almost, and is just like trying to basically just like as best they can just like wipe off the blood. It does like the job to like, but it looks like you like smeared ketchup on like your dress or something, and it's like it hasn't gotten out yet, but it's like a solid B+ job, you know.
She gets upset and makes them do it better, and then we'll return to the party when it's better.
Okay. So they I mean they are just like they still like they spend a bit more. They like split off into 2 groups. One of the groups is like medically helping out the Jedi, and the other one's trying to make your make your clothes blood free. Eventually, after like 5 minutes of like scrubbing, they eventually your dress is looking
Wild.
less bloody than it was before. And you can head out to
Looks at Waltz, who's probably been in the room this whole
Oh,
time. What's Waltz?
What is
looking
Walt's
like?
been doing? This entire
I
time?
think he'd just be saying they're like very close body language, like arms crossed, still like locked on this Jedi. I think he's got one more card to play.
Stimulus experiment successful.
That did work. Waltz, are you ready to go?
Momentarily. Eyes flash red again. I'm gonna try to see if I can't like dig into that brain a little bit more. She might be unconscious, but it doesn't mean that she's a vegetable. Is there anything going on? Anything I can get into?
Roll me
I have a
force-
question in particular, but
Roll me a yeah. Okay, ask me the question first. What are you looking for specifically?
I'm looking for any information on this female Jedi's master.
Go ahead and roll me a force die.
Force die. Is this inspirationable?
Yes. Any dice roll is inspirationable. So what happens now is you can use those 2 light side dice,
Yeah.
and you potentially get some strain because you will be calling on light side powers.
Uh-huh. But it would be
Something-
successful?
I mean, something. Yeah, you can technically use the light side. However, that will potentially affect how your character functions.
Sith Mom is disappointed.
Sith Mom gets upset.
I want to
so-
inspo it.
Okay,
Can I
go
inspo
ahead.
it?
Yes, you can. You have your inspo.
All right.
I believe you have another inspo.
Why not? You know, why not? All right.
Yes, you do.
For
You have
the
one more inspiration.
for the culture.
There we go. Okay.
Saved.
There we go.
All right,
Thanks,
saved.
chat.
So
Appreciate
you
you, chat.
you can so now you can like get into their head and start to look around. I need you to roll me a lore check
Oh, I think I can do that.
against
Skills.
3 purple dice. Because
Retweet,
you are
3
looking-
purple.
You can get a name, but you need to know the significance of it.
All right, 3 purple and a lore, yeah?
Yeah.
Just double check. Okay. Lore.
Okay.
Ooh.
3 advantages. So you here's what happens. So you don't get the name of the master.
Okay.
You do get a couple of information about the master. Their
Mhm.
master was a Twi'lek male from the planet Ryloth.
Age, any other defining features?
Age?
Anything else?
Probably dead by now, but when you're seeing the memories of this person, they were 60s.
Younger. Sure. Okay. Okay. I'm cool with that.
Is that it for Waltz?
Yeah. If the two are ready to leave, I guess I'd just follow along.
So you guys skedaddle, and let's go back to where Kiyal is. Kiyal is currently...
Kiyal.
Oh, sorry,
Kiyal-
Tolerant. I meant Tolerant.
Yeah, Kiyal fucked off to just
Yeah.
like go angst in his room for a little
Tolerant.
bit. He's got to cool down.
Tolerant is in the Jedi ship.
Okay, so I'm
what are
going
you
to
looking-
preface all of this by saying, DM, be ready. I'm going to start the negotiation process
Oh, boy.
of my character sheets.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Now, the reason why I say that, I am trying to use the benefits of my subclass to find information that would otherwise pertain to Streetwise or Underworld, checks like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Keep that in mind as I
Okay.
lay the scene for what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
Okay. So the a couple of the information we got from the Jedi when we were interrogating her, I am looking for codes, direction markers, beacons, transponders within the ship, trying to alongside all those communication aspects, coupled with the stealth and back alley dealings that you would kind of necessitate this kind of communication. That is what I'm looking for as I enter the ship within the computer
Okay.
and other things within the
I need you to make me either skullduggery or computers, whichever one you're better at.
okay.
Okay. Whichever one you're better at, against 3 purple dice,
Okay.
and I am going to use a destiny point of my own to upgrade the difficulty.
Okay, so black dice.
If you just hit upgrade on the right side of the character sheet, like where the purples
yeah, sure.
are, if you just tick up
Yeah.
upgrade once, it
So how many purple you said? What
3
difficulty?
purple, and
3
then 1
purple.
tick up on upgrade,
One up tick up upgrade. Okay, and then computers or skullduggery.
whichever one you're better at.
Right. Skullduggery I am better at. Okay, now let me go through my character sheet so if I can see if there's anything that... No. Okay. Cool. All right, so I'm going to make that check now. Skullduggery it is. I think it's this one.
That's a success.
Ooh. Okay.
Nice.
So as you're kind of like looking around the ship, you're like trying to look through all of like the beacons and codes and stuff. You eventually do find, like, in the code and like the navigation and the astrogation computers, you do find a lot of the information that she's given you corresponds correctly with what is on this computer. There was some sort of message sent out. There was some sort of like beck and call also that like it seems needs to be used before you get close to the ship to essentially, or like a signal that like a code or something that you need to use before you get close to the ship to like make it known that you are the person who's gotten this message before.
Okay.
And that's pretty much that. I mean, you find basically everything that she's told you is accurate, and you do find this one little like coding password that
I would like to try and break that code.
how do you mean break?
You said it's encrypted, right? I assume.
No, you like know what it is.
Oh,
Because
okay,
you
okay,
succeeded
okay.
the check. You
Sure.
you know what the password call,
Gotcha.
whatever is.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. I'll make note of that. Anything else? And then, as a final thing, just through their sleeping quarters, I want to draw my lightsaber and slash through them, just see if there's anything within the bedding, anything like that.
Okay. So you go ahead and just like Kylo Ren and Force Awakens, just destroy a room, and I mean it's destroyed pretty good, but there's not anything like no contraband,
Unfortunate. I was definitely looking very closely for contraband, and
No
she'll
Jedi
turn on her
heroin.
heel. She'll turn on her heel and walk out.
You'll get some spice, dude. Put some spice on her. For those of you who don't know, that's what drugs are called in Star Wars.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not
So-
just Tarragon.
Yeah,
I thought that was the other movie.
it's actual like drugs. Anyway, so you as like Kiyal, or sorry, Toleran, as Toleran walks out of the ship, you see Mara, K7, and Tycho are walking through the hangar, and you guys meet again in the middle of the hangar.
Okay.
Is there anything else you'd like to talk about with the ship? Or...
Should it be necessary, I have noted the door code to the Jedi cell.
Good to know.
You just try it. What'd you find, Toleran?
Simply verifying the data that the Jedi gave to us. Seems accurate, to the best of my knowledge. Beyond that, not much.
Well done, well done.
Would you have to
Suggestion.
tear up the place? Jeez.
Are you guys on the ship, like on the Jedi ship? Because
Did we not-
I only did their sleeping quarters. Like nothing else.
I thought we.
So I don't know.
met
I don't know
in-
if you're on the ship or not. But
No, you were exiting the ship like as
Yes.
they
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
as
Good.
they arrived.
definitely. By the time that Talron is back in visibility, everyone very prim and proper. Her lightsaber's back on her belt. Not a hair out of place.
All right,
Suggestion.
so go ahead.
We should speak to Captain Antis and
Agreed.
inform her that the rendezvous point is a mobile ship. Therefore, the data is time sensitive.
Agreed. Additionally, keep your eyes open around Captain Antis.
As I usually do.
She's hiding something.
Oh shit. Hey, true. Are we truers? Okay, so you guys want to go see Captain Antis?
Valid.
Okay, so Captain
I'll
Antis.
send a message over to Kiyal, by the way, on our way over with datapad to datapad.
Okay,
Going to see the bitch, meet us
Yeah.
there.
get in, loser. We're going shopping. So you know that the,
Kiyal is probably cooled down and is just like washing the blood off his hands from when he's just been beating the wall. When he gets the message, so he'll catch up.
So eventually, like, you guys get to the lift, and you lift from the lower deck to the mid deck, and at the mid deck, Kiyal is like right there with the lift as you guys are heading towards the bridge on the upper decks, and you eventually get to the bridge, and looking out of the spaceport, you can see like Captain Antis is just surveying everyone. There's like the bridge is like full of people that are just continuously like working on their scanners. A lot of beeps and signals going around, and as she like hears your footsteps coming, she turns around and she says, this is a bit convenient. I was just about to call for you. Now, what can I help you with?
We've engaged in interrogation of a prisoner. The prisoner revealed that their rendezvous coordinates were not for a physical location, but a rendezvous with another ship. Therefore, these coordinates are time sensitive, and we must discuss whether or not to make an interception course.
The Jedi is still alive, I assume?
Mostly.
As per
Regrettably.
the Grand Admiral's orders.
All right, well, ISB has been able to work through some of the data that you brought us, and we think we have a good idea of where this place is. The biggest issue is that we are not certain that bringing an entire ship like ours to a destination like that won't just make them leave as quickly as possible. This is most likely something that should be done potentially in a stealthy way.
We could take the Jedi ship.
I
Looks
was
at
going to recommend the same thing.
Toleran, right? The ship is functional.
The ship is functional.
See,
If you are going to take the ship, I must remind you that if you take this ship, we can give you some sort of way to communicate with us. However, you will not have much support from us immediate. At the very most, we could probably be there in a couple of hours if you need immediate help, but this would be something that you are doing mostly on your own.
Well, do you have an alternative suggestion, Captain?
I would very much like to just bring the Light Reaper over there and blow them to bits, but the Grand Admiral has negated that idea.
Why? It's no fun.
It seems you have your orders, Captain, and we have ours. To the rendezvous point we go on this Jedi ship. This makes the most sense.
Alright, well, the way that it is going to work is that we are going to jump to hyperspace. In about a day, we will reach some coordinates outside of the potential area where this ship is being placed. And from there, you would take this small Jedi ship and you will rendezvous with the rest of the people, whoever are going to these coordinates. At that point, I have been told to ask by the Grand Admiral that you find the location of this lightsaber manufacturer by any means necessary.
Understood.
Agreed.
Sounds easy.
Request.
Before the party departs, can Waltz take a step back from the crowd, still within earshot, but just like hiding up behind the screen of people, just holding
Sure.
there for a moment?
Sure.
Captain Antis,
Yes.
I will require access to the Imperial Navy database to download the necessary piloting codes for this kind of vessel.
That won't be necessary, HK-77. I can fly it.
You're an organic and easily indisposed. We require a backup pilot.
He's not wrong.
The droid is correct. Backups is always good.
Okay, I will.
Understood.
I will have a tech go to your quarters and give you the necessary codes and information. But remember that when you leave the ship, you are most likely not able to contact us under threat of potentially revealing yourselves to the enemy. And these
I'm
are
not
enemies.
programmed for conversation.
We've all
Whoever is-
noticed.
Whoever is going to talk, you need to understand that you are not allowed to let these people escape in any type of way.
Very well.
Understood.
As
that
the
as an-
conversation's going on,
Mhm.
can Waltz like eye the table and track or make a glance and if the lightsabers still still there,
Which
or have they been
lightsabers?
moved?
The two
Oh,
From
you're
them.
not in the debrief. You're
Yeah.
in the bridge.
Oh, okay, never mind.
It's gonna go in and nick him on the way back.
Anyway, I will get the ship into hyperdrive ready, and I will alert you when we are an hour out from exiting hyperdrive, so you guys can all feel free to prepare yourselves for the inevitable fight.
Please ride the ship with medical supplies so that we can recover if need be.
She like rolls her eyes. She's not even making it like a thing anymore, like a subtlety thing, and she says, "Of course, I'm not. This is not my first day on the job."
Antis, question: is there any possible way we have any kind of change of clothing or just something to maybe help disguise ourselves?
I was very excited by new clothes.
Rebel chic.
There are potentially some clothes that we have kept from other rebel scum that we have had come through
Perfect.
this ship.
Please preload those on the Jedi ship. Also, I know you're a very busy lady driving and chauffeuring us around and being quite a
As
dear.
you say chauffeur, she like gets like visibly pissed.
Just like lockstep with her eyes, with like the most shit-eatingest grin. Waltz, where, be a dear and tell me where you left those little toy swords, those little lightsabers we supplied you.
Played with fire.
They have been put into, I don't know what it's called, but like wherever the mailing system would be for like Star Wars. I don't.
A central logistics hub.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, pretty
They were
much,
put at
right?
the central logistics hub, and they are on their
They've been sent
way.
with Empire Prime.
They will be on their way post haste to the Grand Admiral as soon as we leave hyperspace.
Beautiful. If I could have just one of those sent to my quarters for just maybe just a hot second, that would be most appreciation.
Please don't stick
Most
that
appreciated.
saber up your bum.
I do not believe the Grand Admiral signed off on any sort of thing. I was given direct orders to send them back to him as soon as possible.
Waltz pulls out like a little pad and, is sifting through, potentially maybe making up an email or some sort of, text-based communication. I don't know if they have emails in Star Wars. It sees here that my information is quite a bit different from yours. I don't know if the designation of captain gives you the information that maybe I have. But I was told that I was able to study them, and I'd like to maybe try to deceive her.
Yeah, go ahead and this is a code.
Okay. Of course. Okay, that works. Difficulty of
This is a
An
3.
angry captain.
This is a 3.
That's.
coercion.
No,
is
deception,
there.
I think.
Oh, deception, yeah, because you technically
Deception?
haven't. I forgot
Okay.
deception was a thing, yeah.
Yeah,
All right, let me quickly do that. 1, 2, 3. Click off.
Roll to deceive.
Holy.
There you go.
Okay, so you succeed, but you take a strain because you are lying, and
So I go up 1 strain
yes.
or down. Okay, up
Up
1.
1.
Okay. Gotcha.
And you succeed, and she's like begrudgingly like stares at you, and she says, "Fine, you can have them for 30 minutes at the maximum, and then I will be removing them from your quarters and sending them."
Perfect. Thank you ever so much, Captain. Your patience and cooperation is most appreciated.
Oh, Tolerant, did you see any clothes maybe in the sleeping quarters, like Jedi shit?
They had nothing belonging to them. Seems they
We
truly
have
were.
access to
run-
at least one set of Jedi clothing.
Seems perhaps the one they were wearing.
Currently
I
attached to a
might have
Jedi.
damaged that a little.
The robes just
might
had
have
it would
some
be
seared-
it would mostly be bloody. That would be like the
Blood
main
and
thing.
lightsaber scarring on it.
Because like when you
Just
cut the wrist, the robes kind of like don't necessarily.
I mean,
go.
it probably has combat scars from when we were fighting.
She also
on-
probably
on
wasn't in the
Renbar.
robes. Like she was just in her like just like
Yeah.
Jedi
True.
robes, so you could definitely get away with it.
Okay,
I mean, you can go look.
do that.
Gotta go loot.
We can
Loot the
speed run
prisoner.
the me grabbing the prisoner's
Yep.
clothes.
Yoink. Orange jumpsuit time.
I'm like trying to adjust my voice. Do I sound like her, K7? You rebels, bastards.
Your vocabulary needs an upgrade.
Yours needs a fucking update, and just angrily walks off from K7.
We need to patch you.
At the tail end of this conversation, Talon is going to head back to her quarters to try and recover the strain that she
Okay,
sustained through the day.
we can do that next session because
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
wrap
yeah.
this up a bit soon. Kiyal, as I assume everybody like kind of goes back to their quarters.
I think
now.
we're
Yeah, I'm
exiting,
waiting for
yeah.
my lightsaber, damn it.
Well, he's gonna be brought to your quarters. But everyone kind of like goes back to their quarters.
Do they maintain my rifle?
Yeah, yours is like it's waiting there, like
There you go.
pristine,
Attaboy, scared
Perfect.
star.
all like shiny. It's new, well made, polished. It looks fantastic. No more blood, or any soot. It looks perfect.
Amazing.
Specifically, there is 2 things.
Mhm.
Kiyal, on your data pad as you get back to your room, you get a message from a certain Senli Kiris.
Okay.
And the subject of the message is I found out what happened, and I'm sorry.
Kiyal looks at it for a bit and definitely does not respond immediately,
Mm-hmm.
and just sort of like sits down with like the data pad still in his hand and just like stares at the message for a while, thinking of what to say. But he can't come up with anything.
The other person who gets a message is Mara. But Mara's message we don't talk about. I will send you a message after we're done with the session.
Spicy.
Whispers.
NSFW, K7 tries to look.
K7 shoulder peeking. And as we like see the rest of you guys like heading off to bed and getting prepared to rest after a long day, we get to the part in the in the episode where the ship like begins to like have that like kind of like shaking effect before it just like goes into hyperdrive and flies off, and then it's blank space, and we pan away from where Renvar is, and that's the end of the session.
Yay!
Yo, let's go.
Woo! We got out of that one, but hey, not too combat heavy this one, bit more RP focused, but combat coming next time. Well, depending on how you guys deal with it.
Probable.
Oh, we're just gonna put a cloak on top of HK. It'll be fine.
I thought you were gonna say we put a cloak on the ship. Like,
I'm surprised you guys were like, oh, we didn't repaint the droid. Let's
just tarpaulin.
But yeah, that's the session. Thank you everybody for playing. Thank you chat for
Nice.
watching. And I know we had a 10 gifted subs from Mama Shimada, so thank you very much. Thank you for all the follows and everything.
Thank you.
The redeems of the sand. Let's just go around and get everybody's names, where they can find them, all of their stuff they want to shout out. Let's start with Lafon.
Thank you for watching. I'm Lafon. You can find me on Twitter at LafonH, elsewhere with probably the same tag. Otherwise, I'm usually shouting about things.
Leg Day, my friend.
Leg Day on Twitter because I'm a badass, and you can find me and Lemon on Overwatch League on Saturday and Sunday, opening up the show.
Nice.
Woo! Lemon. Yeah,
Oh
Lemon.
shit. Hey. That's me too. I have an underscore, lemon_kiwi_ on Twitter and everything. Leg Day and I will do a Owl watch party tomorrow. If you got anyone's here's watching Owl, you come hang out with us. And yeah.
Paulsible.
Oh, cool. You can just find me at Paulsible on Twitter, because high five leg day, full name, no underscores, no H's. I'm gonna be casting a bunch of high school Valorant this league nationals this weekend. It's gonna be very fun. So tune in for that.
Definitely tune in. Last but not least, Volamel.
Follow me at Volamel if you want to read about some goofy Overwatch stuff. Check out Casters and Castles, follow all their campaigns. And if you want to send me any inspiration on how to make Waltz any more useless and buffoonery, please do. Thanks.
Okay, well, I'm KenobiCasts. You can follow me on at KenobiCasts. I don't have the Kenobi app because Disney would literally ream me. So gotta do what I gotta do. But I'll make some dumb tweets about Overwatch League this weekend. So yep, go ahead and follow me there. Follow everyone here. Follow Casters and Castles. Be sure to keep track of them on Twitter as well, so you can check out any of the other campaigns we have going for us. But that's going to be it for everyone here. Thank you, and we will see you again next time. Bye-bye.